It's time for Luke. Today we cover headlines about new technology. Then we announce the end date for season 4. Plus we discuss summer plans for the show. This all starts now on Luke. And now here is Luke Bartolo. Everybody, thank you for tuning in today. It's Tuesday, May 23rd, 2023. We have a great show for you today. It's a jam-packed show. Today's topic is all about technology. We're going to be talking about Apple. I am not actually a huge technology fan, but when something new with technology comes out, technology is changing the world. So I think that we should all be aware of it. So, which is why I have this platform to discuss with you all what is happening in the world. So we're going to get right into it. Let me go sit down. We're going to talk a lot about technology today. Okay, now that I'm all settled in the chair, let's get started with our technology-filled episode. So like I said in the opening monologue, it's my job as a host to inform you, but at the same time entertain you. So I want to... this isn't like breaking news, but these are things that could possibly change content creators' lives and technology fans. So even though I'm not the biggest fan of these, I would like to share it with you all. So let's get started. We're going to talk about Apple announces a multi-billion-dollar agreement for 5G components made in the U.S. This is from CNN Business. Apple, this was today, announced a multi-billion-dollar agreement. They're going to develop 5G radio frequency and wireless connectivity components in the United States. They're partnering with Broadcom for the components. They will be designed and built in several American manufacturing and technology hubs, including Colorado, where Broadcom operates their facility. So, this 5G thing is really changing the world. It's making our phones faster and easier to communicate with everybody, which is really important when we communicate, because communication is really important when it comes to talking on the phone or internet speed, or when we're not connected to Wi-Fi. 5G is fast, and Apple is trying to just make it easier for everybody. So they are partnering with Broadcom for that. All right, next, this is big. This is the WWDC. Apple, once again, is inviting the media to the WWDC for this year. The keynote, where AR headset is expected to debut. So if you hadn't read this article yet, it's from TechCrunch. This will take place on June 5th, 2023 at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. Apple is going to be expected to reveal new updates to iOS and may even debut a new mixed reality device. This will combine augmented reality with virtual reality. And that device, whoa, this blew me away. When I was doing when I rehearsed the script for this, I was shocked when I read this fact. It is expected to cost approximately, ready for this, $3,000. Not 300, 3,000. And I read it multiple times to make sure I was reading the correct fact. It says 3,000 right here. That is so much, and I don't know if they're going to announce this on June 5th at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. It's expected. We don't know. Hopefully it does. Maybe this whole VR thing, they're putting us into other worlds. And this may be beneficial, or it may be damaging. Like, we may start to get delusional from going into these other worlds. Or maybe it'll help us. Maybe it'll help us solve something. Or maybe it'll help us experiment with new things that may be beneficial for the real world and maybe tested in virtual reality. We don't know. It's still a fairly new thing. All right, our final article today, and this makes sense because it's our final article today. It's called Final Cut Pro. The editing software, the professional editing software by Apple, they released it for iPad. This is from 9 to 5 Mac, and I've used Final Cut Pro for these episodes of our show since the beginning. I've had Final Cut Pro since before that, and I always used to wonder, will it ever come to mobile? I mean, phone, it would be hard to come to, because it's so small. I wouldn't expect a professional editing software to come there. Maybe it will. Don't count me on that. But on the iPad, it will. It came out today, I believe, and it's not as expensive as you think. It is $49 per year after a 1 month free trial, or you could pay monthly. So I would give it a shot. If you're an editing content creator and you want to do vlogs on the go and edit them on the go, like let's say you're on the train going somewhere, or the subway, and you just need to quickly edit and post a vlog, this may be your new convenient editing platform. It's completely different from the computer edition, the Mac edition, and I watched the iJustine review for this platform, just to get from a person's perspective, not just the facts. And she said that it is a lot different than it's like you have to start like you don't even know anything about editing, she said. So it's like a whole new editing software. And then there's this thing called live drawing, where you could draw on the thing, sort of like a telestrator. You know how, like, if you don't know what a telestrator is, it's like on the sports shows or those kind of shows, you know how they like draw on the screen. That's on a telestrator. So now live drawing is on there. So it's basically like a telestrator for Final Cut Pro. So maybe if you're a sports vlogger and you don't have a telestrator, maybe this is your platform. I don't know. I mean, I don't do sports vlogging, but maybe if that's your thing, maybe if you're critiquing something and you need to draw specific facts, maybe it's your thing. So I would give it a shot. Just see what it's all about. Final Cut Pro for iPad released today, so that's amazing. So round of applause. Apple's doing a lot. So that is today's show. So I want to let you know that next week is our final week of the season. I can't believe it. It feels like just yesterday that we did the season 4 premiere. We had a whole think about how much has changed from the show since we started and ended season 4. We started calling it Luke 4, and it was still the orange logo on the 55-inch TV, which is now on the wall. We use that now when we do virtual interviews. We have like a camera on there, and or like a monitor, so I can see how I'm recording now. I can just look over there. I don't have to look down here anymore. So that's really cool. And then now we have the screen. We have a backdrop. It's almost like I'm looking out at the park. Like this is just so realistic. And we've really upgraded the studio. We've changed the format of our show. Instead of just talking, we've done breaking headlines. We've even done, I believe, some cooking, and we will be doing more of that. But Luke is not going anywhere this summer because we are doing vlogs. I'm going to take you with me on my vacations that I'm going on. I have a lot of good ones planned. You're going to love those. You're going to get like a vlog. I've never really done vlogs, so we're gonna do vlogs. We might do some cooking shows. I remember last summer our series was the reality show. Instead of just doing one series like we did the reality show, we're really gonna change it and have the Luke Show summer series where we're gonna do everything. It's gonna be a great summer, and then I'll see you in the fall for the season 5, but we still have this week and next week. So next week we're going to have Head Start Summer Week, because Memorial Day is the unofficial start of summer, so we are going to be getting a head start to summer. We might even do a gaming video. I'm thinking of doing something Nintendo Switch related. That may be happening, so really stay tuned. Next week we're going to have a great week, and this week too we have so much more planned with our headlines, so you're not going to want to miss a thing. So until tomorrow when I see you again, have a great day and goodbye.